Most people ruin this dish before it even starts. Now I'm making Parmigiano brodo, that's broth. I use Parmesan rinds, which I've washed very well. This is great for risottos, pastas, or finishing pasta instead of pasta water. Basic vegetables, no garlic, no strong herbs. Bay leaves, onions, celery, peppercorns. Simmer this about 2 hours, I'll have a gorgeous broth. Oil, onions, garlic. Risotto, I'm using arborio rice. Now we toast this. This is called the tostatura. It's an important step in making risotto because you seal the grains and that the starch releases slower after sealing the grains as you add the broth in stages. The grains are toasted. Now I'm feeling like this dryness on the bottom of the pan. That means it's ready. It gets a little bit like a chalkboard. White wine. And when I say most people ruin this dish, it's because of technique. They don't follow proper technique. Or people try to put too many ingredients in a risotto and never cream. This here is my Parmigiano brodo, which I just made with the Parmesan rinds. Look at that. It's beautiful. Wish you could smell it. Makes everything better. And risotto isn't rushed. It's built one ladle at a time, very slowly. Come over here. Look at this. See how it's drying up? I've been adding broth slowly. Now it's ready for broth. When it gets to like this, not too much, because you want to coax, seduce the starches from the rice very slowly. It's a striptease. Okay, now to garnish our risotto, I'm making frico, which is a Parmesan crisp. Extra virgin olive oil. This is my secret ingredient. A little bit of polenta. Tiny sheen here. It keeps it from sticking and adds a nice crust. Now it's ready. All right, look at it. Time for the mantecatura. All right, here we are at the end. Now, I'll turn the heat off. Parmesan, truffle taleggio, truffle sottocenere, cow's milk cheese, lots of truffle in that. Now the final touch, I had some beautiful burgundy black truffles. I made a butter with it. So if you want that truffly flavor and you don't have fresh truffles, you can use these beautiful cheeses and a Parmesan brodo and some truffle butter, and it's almost as good as a fresh truffle. This is the proper risotto consistency. It's called all'onda, which means wavy. This is how risotto should look on the plate, never mounded. That's wrong. Truffle moliterno. This is a sheep's milk cheese with lots of truffles. Look how much is in there. And I don't put any herbs. Risotto comes from northern Italy, where cooks learned that patience creates luxury. Truffles have long been part of that tradition, but historically they weren't shaved every night. They were preserved, combining them with butter and cheese to stretch out that divine truffle flavor throughout the seasons. That's why this version uses truffle cheeses. Deep aroma, layered flavor, and you don't need a whole truffle to get the experience. Can't wait for you to try this Parmesan broth because it makes everything so much better. And these cheeses are divine. I hope you make this truffle risotto for your family and friends. Create joy with every bite and watch how it spreads.